Another Guild Boss video. Welcome back. I'll do my best to make this a quick one, so we'll jump right into it. This boss has a lot of block, and he also has an attack furthest ability, but I'm able to tank it with an 800 stamina heal / DPS monster in the back. So I think we're gonna go on, let me turn the sound down super loud. I think we can go on autopilot and get same damage, so it should be okay. The reason I'm making this video is not to show off this guy because he is not updated. He is the same boss after the hit point bonus. However, they have changed the guild boss reset time. If you've noticed in the opening guild boss interface, you should have seen that the day said 3 days and like 15 hours. That should put the guild boss reset onto right around the same time that the weekly reset comes out. So that's a big deal. That's basically the entire purpose of this video. So yeah, we're gonna have a half week this week. We're gonna get a reset. That's essentially a free reset for everybody by doing the short week. But it should put the guild boss reset on top of the weekly update. That way we're not going to get our bosses updated in the middle of the week. It was a problem for us. It's a problem for them. It's a problem for you, me, everybody. We're seeing a fix. Main reason why this didn't happen automatically was because they don't always update at the same time. So maybe they'll move towards a little bit more consistency on whether it's Friday or Saturday or Sunday. Other than issues like this, it doesn't really matter what day it updates. They're obviously putting in tons of work. They're coming out with content and fixes and stuff all the time. So I don't really have any complaints. But when you have content like this that resets per week, it starts to make issues. And we've seen some of those. So, you know, it is what it is. Other things. So the only update that is specific to Guild Boss that I can think of that was announced is that there'll no longer be any more tier 8 drops from the Guild Boss. So everything should be tier 9 and above, which makes sense. They buff the Guild Bosses so much hit points that the only players that are killing the Guild Bosses 1, 2, and or 3 are players that don't want tier 8 gear. Also, speaking of gear, there's been some announcements as far as increasing drop rates and adding in loot boxes to raids and things like that. Keep your eyes on the updates. More stuff is coming. So a lot of things to be very optimistic about. But anywho, that's pretty much all I got. We're just gonna punch this boss here, check my damage. I guess if you wanted, you could compare the damage I've done on this guy now that I've got extra total stats, but I'm hoping that my guild and your guild and everybody out there will get some guild bosses killed in the next 3 days. I think it's really realistic to kill 1 and 2. It's going to take a very strong push to kill guild boss 3 in 3 days. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We got a lot more punching power in the guild now, so this will be a really great damage test. But it's going to be pretty iffy if we can knock out that third boss. So we shall see. Hey, Cumber with the bow and arrow. Very nice, very nice. That's a season 2 player, not season. That is a server 2 player that has moved over to server 3. So shout out there. If you are a server 2 player, been watching my stuff, if you contact the devs and tell them your story and you're just respectful and all those good things, they'll help you move over. You know, they haven't forgotten about the server 1 players or server 2 players that help test the game. So if you want to move into a more active community, the server 3 community is ready to receive you, and you'll be hanging out with a bunch of active peoples. But yeah, I remember fighting this guy. Man, it was a long battle. There's a lot of block. He's like 60% block, I'm assuming. But yeah, so unless I'm completely missing something, everybody should. Some people were thinking about, oh, do we hold our attacks and wait for an update? To get the tier 9 stuff. I think all that's going to happen in the next 3.5 days. So I think everybody should just run out, kill the bosses as fast as they can, and try to get some extra loot and enjoy your free reset. And I think it's pretty cool. A lot of people were bummed because last week the update happened halfway through the week. So if you killed Guild Boss 1, 2, and 3, you didn't get any reset points for it. So this is basically like a mulligan for everybody. This is like a free reset for everybody, top guilds, bottom guilds, everybody, and everybody in between. That's probably the enrage. Yeah, that's the enrage. So everybody gets their, free reset. You don't have to worry about, the devs don't have to worry about like retroactively trying to give like reset points. Okay, which guilds killed what bosses? Okay, how many reset points? And so on and so forth. You could say that, oh, well, what about my cobalt medals? Well, I mean, it's not a big issue. You'd be okay. Don't worry about those cobalt medals. Don't you worry about that. But hey, there we go. So that is my damage. Take a look at it, man. Final mech, Moonlight, doing very well. Swordsman, of course, being a boss. Full armor mech threw in like 2 or 3 heals. So he missed a little bit of damage off that, but he was definitely worth bringing along. I did some testing comparing Final Mech to Deity Mech in terms of damage, and my Final Mech is +10, my Deity is +3, and Final Mech was doing it for me. Same thing with Moonlight. Moonlight's really good against a single target. So, there you go. That's that. Short, quick video, straight into the point. I'm just gonna, instead of trying to keep my ordinary schedule and kind of like trying to fit videos into, okay, can I get 1 video every morning? I'm just gonna hit news when it happens and bring it to the people. But feel free, if you have any comments, thoughts, whatnot, hit me up. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.